Level 1. The sacrifice. You are 8 years old. The alarm screams at 4:30 a.m. It's freezing. The floorboards turn your feet to ice. Other kids are sleeping. Other kids are dreaming. You don't get to dream. You get to work. Your father works 2 jobs to pay your academy fees. He drives a car with a cracked windshield and bald tires. He tells you the car has character. You know he's lying. You know the weight of that cracked windshield rests entirely on your small shoulders. You juggle a tennis ball against a brick wall until your shins bleed. You don't go to birthday parties. You don't have best friends. You have teammates. And teammates are just rivals wearing the same colored shirt. Someone tells you that you have talent. Talent is a trap. Talent makes you think the road will be easy. It isn't. By age 12, half the kids in your academy are cut. You watch them cry in the parking lot through a chain-link fence. You feel nothing. You are learning the first rule of this life. Empathy is a liability. You only have room for obsession. Your diet is monitored, your sleep is tracked, your childhood is sterilized. It is repackaged into a developmental metric for men in tracksuits holding clipboards. You miss your sister's graduation for a youth tournament in a country you can't locate on a map. You score a goal. You hold a cheap plastic trophy on a turbulent flight home. You wonder if it was worth it. It has to be. You have burned every other bridge. There is no other life. Level 2. The bench. You sign the contract. The ink is wet. The money is more than your father made in his entire life. You buy him a new car. He cries. You don't. You are 19, and you belong to a corporation now. They own your ankles, your knees, your hamstrings, and your public image. You arrive at the senior training camp. You were a god in the youth ranks. Here, you are a ghost. The veterans don't learn your name. They tackle you in rondos with intent to injure. They are defending their mortgages. You are trying to steal their livelihood. You learn to pass the ball quicker. You learn to hide your bruises. You make the bench. You sit in a padded racing seat wearing a coat that reaches your shins. The coat costs more than a month's rent back home. It feels like a straitjacket. You watch the game. You don't watch the ball. You watch the man playing your position. You watch him closely. You are waiting for him to fail. You are waiting for him to pull a muscle, to miss a tackle, to look tired. It is a sick, quiet math. His tragedy is your opportunity. You feel guilty for a week. Then the guilt vanishes. It is replaced by a cold, calculating hunger. The manager looks down the bench. His eyes pass right over you. You pull the coat tighter. You are a highly paid spectator. Your career is ticking away in 90-minute increments. You have to wait. Waiting is the hardest part. Level 3. The call-up. The list drops on a Tuesday. Your phone vibrates until the battery dies. Relatives you haven't spoken to in 5 years suddenly remember your number. You made the squad. You are going to the World Cup. You pack a bag. You fly to a country where it is too hot and the grass is cut too short. The national team is not a team. It is a collection of egos trapped in a luxury hotel. You have a room to yourself. It smells like bleach and recycled air conditioning. You stare at the ceiling. The pressure of 50 million people rests on this building. You can feel it vibrating in the walls. You are a national hero on paper. In reality, you are an insurance policy. The manager pulls you aside after dinner. He puts a heavy hand on your shoulder. He tells you to stay ready. He tells you your time will come. You both know he is lying. He plans to play the superstar. You are here to fetch water and keep the training sessions competitive. You run sprints in the suffocating humidity while the starters get deep tissue massages. You smile for the cameras. You kiss the badge. You post on social media about national pride. It is all a performance. The real tournament is happening without you. The group stages pass. The knockout rounds begin. The stakes multiply. Every mistake is a national disaster. Every goal is immortality. You watch it all from the sidelines, trapped in a neon bib. You wait. Level 4. The attrition. It is the semifinal. The stadium is a concrete bowl filled with 70,000 screaming, desperate people. The air is thick. It tastes like sweat and spilled beer. It is the 105th minute, extra time. The pitch looks like a battlefield. Men who make $500,000 a week are rolling on the grass, clutching their calves. Their bodies are failing. The game has stopped being about tactics. It is about survival. You are warming up by the corner flag. You run in short, meaningless bursts. You stretch muscles that don't need stretching. You watch the superstar, the man keeping you on the bench. He is limping. He goes down. He doesn't get up. The medical staff rushes the field. The manager turns around. He looks at the bench. He doesn't look past you this time. He looks directly at you. He points. 2 fingers. Get ready. Your stomach drops. It feels like swallowing a stone. You jog back to the technical area. The assistant manager is shouting tactical instructions in your ear. You hear none of it. The words bounce off the white noise in your skull. You strip off the neon bib. The night air hits your sweat. You shiver. Not from the cold, from the realization. You have waited your entire life for this moment. You realize, with sudden, terrifying clarity, that you are not ready. You nod anyway. Level 5. The white line. You stand on the touchline. The 4th official holds up the electronic board. Your number is in green. The superstar's number is in red. The crowd doesn't cheer for you. They groan for him. You ignore it. You step onto the grass. The grass is perfect. It feels synthetic. It feels like a stage. You cross the chalk. The atmosphere shifts. On the bench, the noise was loud. Out here, it is a physical mass. It presses against your eardrums. It rattles your teeth. 80. 0, 0, 0. People screaming in a language you barely speak. You jog to your position. Your legs feel hollow. They feel like they belong to someone else. You have been sitting for 2 hours. Your muscles are stiff. Your lungs are tight. You are thrown into a machine that has been running at maximum capacity for 119 minutes. The pace of the game is terrifying. It is not like training. It is not like the youth academy. It is a war zone of cramping limbs and desperate tackles. An opposing midfielder blasts past you. He smells like ammonia and exhaustion. You track him. You lunge. The impact sends a shockwave up your spine. You taste copper in your mouth. You don't know if you bit your tongue or if it's just the adrenaline. You look at the clock on the giant screen. 11924. 36 seconds left before the whistle. 36 seconds before penalties. You just need to survive half a minute. You tell yourself to hold the line. You tell yourself not to make a mistake. The universe doesn't listen. Level 6. The error. 11942. A loose ball bounces toward you. It sits up perfectly on the slick grass. You have 3 options. Clear it, pass it back, take a touch. The safe option is row Z. The smart option is the keeper. Your brain screams at you to be smart. But you don't. You have been waiting on a bench for a month. You have been waiting for this exact moment for 15 years. You want to be a hero. You take the touch. It is a heavy touch. Your legs are cold. The ball skips 2 inches further than you calculated. 2 inches. That is the distance between immortality and a lifetime of regret. The opposing striker is there. He has been running for 2 hours, but he lunges like he just stepped off the bench. He puts his body between you and the ball. You panic. You stick out a leg. You don't feel the leather of the ball. You feel shin bone and plastic studs. The striker goes down. He screams. He rolls on the grass like he has been shot. The whistle blows. It is the loudest sound you have ever heard. It cuts through the stadium noise like a razor blade. You look up. The referee is sprinting toward you. He is pointing directly at the penalty spot. His hand goes to his back pocket. Red. The color burns into your retinas. The stadium erupts. The noise is a physical assault. You are destroying your country's dream. Level 7. The walk. The red card is in the air. It stays there for an eternity. Your teammates don't argue with the referee. They don't surround him. They don't look at you. That is the worst part. They look at the grass. They look at the sky. They look anywhere but at the man who just threw away 4 years of their lives. You walk toward the touchline. It is an 80-yard walk. It feels like 80 miles. The crowd is deafening, but you only hear a high-pitched ringing in your ears. Fans are leaning over the railings. They are screaming things in your native language. Vile things. Things about your mother. Things about your character. You keep your head down. You cross the white line again. The manager doesn't look at you. He stares straight ahead, arms crossed, jaw clenched tight. You walk past the bench. The substitutes shift uncomfortably. You are radioactive. You enter the tunnel. The noise of the stadium cuts off instantly. It is replaced by the echo of your own cleats on the concrete. Click, click, click. The sound of a dead man walking. You reach the dressing room. It is empty. It is freezing. There is a small television bolted to the wall. It shows the live feed. You sit on a metal bench. You don't take your boots off. You stare at the screen. You watch the opposing striker place the ball on the spot. You watch your goalkeeper dive the wrong way. You watch the net bulge. You watch your life end. Level 8, the pariah. The dressing room door opens. Your teammates walk in. Nobody speaks. The silence is heavier than the noise on the pitch. Men are crying. Grown men, millionaires, sobbing into their towels. You did this to them. You sit in the corner. You haven't moved. Your boots are still tied tight. The manager walks in. He gives a speech about effort and bad luck. He doesn't look at you. Nobody looks at you. You shower in cold water. You put on your sponsored suit. It feels like a costume. You walk through the mixed zone. 50 journalists are waiting behind a metal barricade. Cameras flash. The white light blinds you. Microphones are shoved in your face. What were you thinking? Did you let the country down? You keep walking. You put your headphones on, but you don't play any music. You just want the physical barrier. The bus ride to the airport is a funeral procession. The flight home is 12 hours. 12 hours in a metal tube over the ocean with 30 people who hate you. The cabin lights are dimmed. You stare at the seat in front of you. You pull out your phone. You shouldn't check your phone. You have 100,000 new notifications. Death threats. Pictures of your front door. Messages sent to your mother. A national newspaper has already printed tomorrow's front page. It is a full-page photo of your face with a single word underneath. Traitor. You turn the phone off. You close your eyes. You don't sleep. You will never sleep the same way again. Level 9, the exile. You return to your club. Preseason starts. You thought leaving the national team would help. It doesn't. The mistake follows you. It is attached to your name like a criminal record. You walk onto the training pitch. Your club teammates are professionals. They shake your hand. They say it was tough luck. But you catch them looking at you when they think you aren't looking. They look at you like you carry a disease. The domestic season begins. Your first away game. You step off the team bus. A crowd is waiting behind the barricades. They don't care about your national team, but they know what you did. Football fans are predators. They smell blood. They boo your first touch. They chant about the penalty. They hold up printed signs of your face crying in the tunnel. You try to play through it. You focus on the tactics, but the noise creeps in. You start playing safe. You pass backward. You refuse to take risks. You are playing strictly to avoid another mistake. It is the fastest way to ruin a career. Your manager notices. He calls you into his office. He drops you to the bench. You are back exactly where you started. Except before, you were waiting for an opportunity. Now, you are just hiding. You spend your nights watching the replay. You have seen it 1,000 times. The heavy touch, the desperate lunge, the red card. You pause the video at the exact millisecond before your foot makes contact. You stare at the glowing screen. You wonder what your life would look like if you had just cleared the ball into the stands. Level 10, the legacy. You are 55 years old. You are long retired. Your knees ache when it rains. You live in a house behind a high-security gate. You have money. You have investments. You do not have peace. You are not remembered for the 200 goals you scored for your club. You are not remembered for the league titles. You are remembered for 1 second of panic in the 119th minute. It is your epitaph. It is the very first line of your biography. When a young player makes a catastrophic mistake on television today, the commentators mention your name. You have become a universal shorthand for failure. You go to a restaurant, men your age recognize you and shake their heads. They haven't run a sprint in 30 years, but they still silently judge you for a tackle you missed when you were 24. You sit in your quiet living room. The television is glowing. Another World Cup is on. A new generation of players runs on perfect synthetic grass. You watch a substitute warming up by the corner flag in the knockout stages. You know exactly how his stomach feels. You know how cold his legs are. You close your eyes. You don't want to watch. Somewhere, in a freezing academy parking lot, an 8-year-old kid is juggling a tennis ball against a brick wall. His shins are bleeding. His father is watching from a car with a cracked windshield. He has a dream. He has no idea what that dream will actually cost him. He has no idea about the isolation, the terror, or the cruelty of a single heavy touch. He will figure it out. They always do. The cycle continues.